Pretty dominant performance once again. Talk to me about how you're feeling coming out of that one. Pretty fired up?
Yeah, very fucking fired up. But you know what? This is a sport where even if you're so much better than the guy, anything can happen. I can slip on a banana peel. Miracles happen. He could have caught me with a head kick or something, but I put that bed to rest. There's no way there's a guy out there that can beat me right now. If I can do that to a guy that's a stud like Jornel Lugo, 8-0, undefeated, really fucking talented and skillful fighter, then I could beat anybody. And now Leandro Higo is fucking next. If you think that I dominated Lugo, wait till you see what I do to Higo.
What is it about your top game and in your wrestling that these guys can't figure out? I mean, Jornel said, oh, nobody's tried before, but clearly he couldn't get up either. So what is it that makes you different than somebody else that's, in the wrestling department?
Just relentless. Relentlessly heavy fucking hips. Elbows up top, then punches to the body. Pressure with my shoulders, pressure with my hips. It's just something that you can't really feel out in practice. You can't have guys come in and simulate that type of pressure. You need to get out there in the octagon and feel it. That's a situation where you can't really mimic it. Nobody out there has my type of pressure. I guess you could put a 7,000-ton boulder on you and say this is Sabatello, but I don't even think that would do justice. There's no one out there that mimics my style, that has my skills and my capabilities, and I'm only getting fucking better from here. I had an 11-month layoff. It sucked. All I give a shit about is fighting. All I do is I sacrifice and I sacrifice. I haven't seen my parents and my family in so long. Can't wait to get back and have my parents cooking. I'm getting hungry just thinking about it. Might put some garlic and olive oil on this microphone and start eating it.
I think a lot, 10 years ago or so, people would have thought wrestling, it has, it's usually boring. It's usually somebody holding it down. But it seemed like tonight you really kind of brought that almost like Habib sort of ground and pound. You were really hurting him and doing some significant damage. Is that something you've really been focusing on, is trying to make it exciting but still be you?
Yep, absolutely. This isn't pure wrestling. It's so much different than MMA wrestling. The grappling and putting everything into perspective with, an elbow can come from here, a punch can come from here, a submission or a choke, ankle lock, arm bar, anything can fucking happen. But when you put all that together, that's when I'm shining my brightest. I might not be the best wrestler. I might not be the best jiu-jitsu guy. I'm the best fucking MMA fighter. When you put all those together, nobody can do what I do.
Yeah, absolutely. And it was kind of interesting. I was trying to read lips when he came in the cage. Did he say something to you like you're dead or something?
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck he said. I kind of chuckled a little bit. I don't know how he came in there with even a glimpse of confidence. There was no way I was losing that fight. I came into this fight and I was already in his head. Something that people at home don't realize, that there's mind games going on with this. From a TV perspective, you might think two guys are just rocking, stopping robots. One guy's talking trash, the other talking trash. It's not that at all. I'm fucking in there and I'm getting these dudes' heads. That guy doesn't talk trash at all. My goal coming into this fight was to get into his head and get him to talk trash because he's uncomfortable doing that. I made him uncomfortable, and after that first round, I fucking broke him because I was already in his head. He stepped into that cage already broken.
Obviously, trash talk is part of your game. So, Leandro Higo, if he's watching this, what do you have to say to him?
Leandro, you're a fucking great matchup for me because you suck and I'm good. This is going to be a poetic performance by me in 9 months, Connecticut, June 24th.
Hi, Danny, over here with the great Italian gangster himself. How did you like the energy of the crowd over here in Hawaii? I feel like you won over the crowd.
Yeah, absolutely. These Hawaiians are crazy. I know that they're fucking nuts. I love having service people in the audience. There's no one that I respect more than people in the military or cops there. So just to have them, forget about their lives for a little bit and watch me perform, I take great pride in that. I'm happy that I could put on a show for them. That's all I really wanted to do, is just put on a fucking show for Hawaii. I love being in Hawaii, but I've said it before and I'll say it again. I don't give a shit what I'm fighting. We could be in a bar, we could be in an alley. I'll fight anywhere. It's just a bonus going to a place like Hawaii where it's just perfect. But I can't get carried away. I know there was the beach all time here. The weather was perfect. There's good looking girls along the beach, but I just kept my focus and just pictured smashing Lugo's face, and that's what I did tonight. This pink in my hair isn't dye, it's his fucking blood.
And Leandro Higo took to Twitter. He says, yes, I am watching, and I'll be getting your neck. Danny, get ready. What do you have to say about that?
Yeah, he's a fucking idiot if he thinks he can grab my neck. Who says we're even going to the ground? I might keep this a stand-up fight. I might take it to the ground once he's dog-tired. First off, Higo, make fucking weight. You don't ever make weight because you're an undisciplined little bitch. Fucking make weight, and then we'll see what happens.
You told me a little bit about your plans to celebrate. What are you going to do tonight?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to have a little bit of fun tonight. It is my last night in Hawaii. We are going to go out. But you know what? It's right back into the gym Monday when I get back. Well, maybe Tuesday, because I do plan on getting really fucked up, but we'll see. I don't know. I'm not a guy that likes to take a lot of time off. I know I have a fight in 9 weeks exactly from tonight in Connecticut, June 24th, so I can't get too carried away. But man, this is a fun sport. I love winning. And I think people need to celebrate after they win, not get carried away, not do too much. But you got to enjoy the wins because they are so hard in this sport, especially at this day and age in MMA, how far we've come. Man, wins are tough no matter who you are. I don't care if you're the best or the worst. Celebrate the win. Don't be too hard on yourself. And I'm not. You know, I give myself an A+. Little dumb bitches out there are going to say, but you didn't get the finish. Go fuck yourself. How about that? I don't give a shit. I fought great, and I'm very happy with it.
Hey, Danny, listen, congratulations. The Italian Gangster has advanced into the, Grand Prix. Talk us through, like, what it's been like building the Italian Gangster persona, having to deal with the talk, backing the talk, walking the walk. Like, it's not easy, especially being an MMA fighter. We've seen Conor do it. We've seen so many stars do it. And yours just growing your brand. Like, if anything, you're like the Cinderella story for the Grand Prix. What does it feel like going through this tournament right now?
Yeah, people don't talk trash because they're not confident in their ability. It takes a guy with a lot of balls to talk trash, because if you go out there and talk trash and lose, you look like an idiot. I talk trash because I've earned it. I'm in the gym, the best gym in the world, American Top Team, twice a day, every single day. I know I can lose, but I don't give a shit. I'm just having fun with this. This isn't a persona. This isn't any gimmick or anything. Ask any of my friends or family. This is who I am. I could be shooting hoops. I could be playing pinball. I always talk trash. But that's just because fighting is my whole life. I know nobody sacrifices more than me. Nobody does anything or works harder than I do. So I've built the right to talk trash because I come in there, I'm entertaining, and I do back it up. I beat the fuck out of guys and I win, and I don't really give a shit.
Thanks. Congratulations. So you went full power from the first round on the restaurant, right? Were you confident enough that you have full power till the last round?
Yeah, absolutely. One of my best aspects other than my mental game is my conditioning. No guys can keep up with my conditioning. It's actually a really good fucking thing that this tournament is going on, because now it's 5 rounds. If you looked at the way I fought tonight, I could have easily gone another 2 rounds, and that's what I'll be doing in 9 weeks in June 24th in Connecticut. So I know none of these guys are going to be able to keep up with my conditioning. I predict that Higo is going to try to do something crazy in the first round against me, because he knows he's not going to go 5 fucking rounds with me. That's a big mistake in his book. So, yeah, I know I could go all 3 rounds, and I know I was just going to commit brain damage on him. I hope he's okay. I put my elbow through his fucking brain a bunch of times. We'll see. But, yeah, nobody's conditioning is as good as mine, and I'm just excited to show it off even more.
Okay, and you may be fighting against Horiguchi at the finals, right? How are you going to train, like how you're going to separate the training at the same gym?
Yeah, it's tough because we're both at the best gym in the world, American Top Team. He's a good friend of mine. He actually cornered me in my first 4 fights. We still go together. We've started not going together too much as of late, just because it is a big possibility. We do see each other in the finals. That's how I do see it playing out, me and him in the finals and me coming away with the victory. But a lot has to happen. I have to get there. He has to get there. This is a crazy sport. Stuff happens. I know it sounds like a miracle, but I can lose, and he can also lose. But yeah, he'll always be my friend. We'll always be good teammates and good training partners. We're both probably going to stay at American Top Team if we're still there in the finals together. But yeah, when we come down that road and we cross it, we'll go from there. Because you know what? When it is time for me to compete with somebody, I flip the script and it's a different story. Before the fight we'll be friends, after the fight we'll be friends. But if I'm going in there in the cage, I gotta tap into a different mindset. At the end of the day, we're in there to steal each other's goals and dreams. And if somebody is gonna step in there and try to steal my goals and dreams, then I'm gonna want to try to fucking kill him. And it's either kill or be killed. The guy that I fought tonight was the nicest fucking guy in the world. I hate having to bash his brains in, but you know what? It's him or me. He's trying to take away my dreams. So sorry, sayonara, you're fucking dead. Yep.
Obviously, fighting is a very physical sport. Do you think the mental side is equal or tougher? And do you think you actually broke him before the fight or no?
Yeah, I for sure 100% broke him before the fight. Because if you look at him, he didn't have too much offense at all today. He was a shell. He's actually better than he performed. But I know I'm a lot of pressure on top and everything, but he didn't open up one bit. That's because he came into that fight scared, because I already got in his head. But man, this fight is just as much physical as it is mental when you get to a certain stage. If you pull a guy off the street, obviously physically he just doesn't have it. But once you get to a certain stage, like I'm in right now, anybody can beat anybody right now. When you're in the top 10, anybody can beat anybody in any weight class, in any promotion. And then from there, it's just all mental. You got to believe in yourself and you got to believe in your ability. And I do 110 fucking %, and nobody else will take that away from me.
100%, I truly believe that. Do you think the fact that you visualize and actually manifest and know what you're going to do in your life and know where you're going to get, do you think that takes a big part where you're going to get, or?
Yeah, absolutely. You know what? All I do is I think about fucking fighting, man. I don't really have a life outside of fighting. You know, I'm not a hillbilly and hunt. I'm not a nerd and play video games or anything. All I do is I go to the best gym in the world twice a day, every day. American Top Team, once in the morning, once in the evening. If I'm not at the gym, I'm at the beach just chilling, getting fucked up with my friends, having fun with them. But if not, I'm in the fucking gym training. And even when I'm not training, I find myself shadow boxing. You know, I'll wake up at 3 a.m. I'm a very energetic, motivated, and passionate guy. And I'll just catch myself shadow boxing at 3 a.m. And it's like, dude, go the fuck to sleep, turn your fucking brain off. But it's hard when you have such a deep-rooted goal at mind. You know, my goal is to be the best in the fucking world, and if I win this Bellator Grand Prix tournament, then I am the best in the world, because Bellator does have the best division at 135 pounds.
I love hearing, because the mental side is everything in my mind. Do you feel like training an American Top Team enhances that? I get where you're at, but being at one of the best clubs in the world enhances that enhance of mental ability.
No, 100%. Just because, you know what, you get the training partners like Pedro Munoz, Marlon Moraes, Kyoji Horiguchi, all those studs, Edson Barbosa. I'm going from one to the other to the other. And if I'm doing good against them, then I know I'm already battle tested and I can go out there and do it under the lights. But you know what? It comes back to that mental aspect. Just because you can be good and hold your own in the gym doesn't mean when the weight cut is going on, the spotlight is on, you're in the cage, the camera's on, that doesn't mean you can perform then. So you got to actually go into the cage. So it's a little bit of a mix of the two. You gotta train your fucking ass off against killers in the room, and then you got to be able to go out there and perform. And that's what I am. I'm a fucking performer. You put the lights on, you put the microphone under me, and I'm coming fucking shining.
Respectfully, I love how much you shine. So what does it take to be able to balance that shine and what you want to do, and then be able to be humble and understand what you got to do to put into work-wise?
A lot of fucking thinking. You got to go out. You know, before this fight, all I think about is the fight. You know, it's not like you should get too involved in it and try to overthink it. But man, if this is all you give a shit about and this is your life, then why even think about anything else? I don't even think about shit. All I care about is fighting. I got my family, I got my friends, and I got fighting. And that's just it. That's all I care about. I don't really care about anything else. You know, people will ask me to go do something if I have like training early the next day. I don't even think about, yeah, I'll fucking go do that. No, fuck no. I'm trying to win a world fucking title. So you got to be, first off, obsessed. And I am fucking obsessed with gaining that belt. That Bellator belt around my waist is all I give a fuck about. So first, you got to be obsessed with becoming the best. Yep. Thank you. Yep. Thank you.
We're going to take some. No. Okay. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you.